According to the myth, there was once a king named Perseus who had a beautiful daughter named Danae. The oracle of Apollo told Perseus that there would come a day when Danae's son would kill him. So he locked Danae in a bronze tower so that she would never marry or have children.
Father, please don't do this.
You left me no choice. The oracle of Apollo has spoken. Your offspring will not be my demise.
Father, please.
But the father wouldn't listen. The tower had no doors except for one very small window. Danae was very sad until one day, a bright golden light came through the small window. A man appeared holding a thunderbolt in his hand, and although Danae knew he was a god, she didn't know which one.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Why are you here? Are you a god?
Yes, I am a god, and I've come to make you my wife.
Danae's face lit up with hope.
I can turn this dark prison into a wonderful, sunny, and blooming land.
Oh, please, would you?
And a wave of his thunderbolt, the horrible prison turned into a field as beautiful as the Elysian fields themselves. But one day, King Perseus saw light coming out of a small window. He told his men to tear down one of the walls. When he entered, he saw Danae smiling and holding a baby in her lap.
What madness is this? It's not possible.
Oh, Father, please believe the prophecy. Come sit. Look upon your grandson Perseus.
How could you? You mock my kingdom and our beliefs.
I don't understand. How could something so small and helpless be the fate of your death?
Never question the oracle. What have you done? You must want me dead for doing this. You are no daughter of mine.
Perseus was furious, so he locked Danae and baby Perseus in a large chest and cast them out to sea. Somehow, Danae and baby Perseus managed to arrive safely to the island after the king's brother Dictys, who was a fisherman, caught the chest in his net and pulled it to shore.
There you are, my lady. You and the baby are safe now.
Oh, thank you, kind fisherman. I will never forget your kindness, uncle.
Go. The village of Cerephus isn't far, but beware. King Polydectes is a firm ruler who will do anything he wants. Who will do anything to get what he wants.
I will be careful. Thank you.
Perseus grew to be a strong young man, protective of his mother and humbled by his life of poverty. Although Perseus was a prince, he lived the life of a commoner and was content with that. As time passed, King Polydectes grew fond of Danae and asked her to marry him, but she rejected him.
Marry me, Danae, be my wife, and you shall have all that you want.
My apologies, my lord. I cannot. I do not love you.
The law says that a woman must marry royalty unless they have a responsibility of a child. Danae had Perseus, and if it wasn't for him, Polydectes would have married Danae by force. So the king decided to create a plan to get rid of Perseus. What looks like a large party with about 300 guests, Polydectes pretends to marry the daughter of his friend. Everyone has gathered here to bestow gifts to the new king and his new bride. Knowing that Perseus could never afford a gift for a king, he asked Perseus to perform a dangerous and horrible task.
Welcome, friends. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gifts you have bestowed on myself and my beautiful wife. Please, please, do not be shy. Bring forth your gifts. Perseus, is that you?
Yes, Your Majesty. It is I, Perseus.
Well, well, come forward, Perseus. I'm so glad you could be here. And your mother?
Oh, Danae? She's in the tower. She's not feeling very well.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you a gift to lay at my feet, young man?
No, Your Majesty. I'm sorry. I have no money, and I have brought nothing. My apologies for coming.
Well, if that does not give me a proper gift, I must ask you to get the gods of all gifts, something that will please a king like me.
And what would that be, sir?
Medusa's head.
By God! Medusa's head? That's impossible.
Well, if you want to remain living here under my good graces, then you will bring forth Medusa's head, and you will bring it to me by the shortest time you can. Are we clear?
Yes, Polydectus. Please don't hurt my mother. I will do anything.
Bring me Gorgon Medusa's head, like I said.
I will, sir. I will not fail you.
Good. Very good indeed.
Perseus set forth on his adventure. He wandered for days searching for the Gorgon's lair. One night in an unknown country, he realized how hopeless things were. Medusa was a horrible creature who had snakes growing out of her head instead of hair, and terrifying gaze that literally petrified anyone who would look into her eyes. In his despair, a tall woman and a young man with winged sandals appeared and introduced themselves as Goddess Athena and God Hermes.
Hello, Perseus. Don't worry, you're not alone. We've been following you on your journey.
Following me?
Yes, everyone needs help sometimes. We are all family.
Family?
Don't you know who you are?
You are the son of Zeus, Perseus. Like we said, we are all family. I have a shield for you, Perseus. One that is so strong that you can use it for your shield to shield your eyes from Medusa's eyes.
It is important that you find the lair of Medusa quickly and get out swiftly. Her ability to change people to stone is very powerful.
After getting these two items, Perseus eventually went into the lair of Medusa and her sisters, whom he found sleeping. He wore the cap of darkness and unseen managed to kill Medusa using the sickle. He then used the shield to carry the head and placed it into the magic bag. For even though it was dead, the head still had the potential to turn someone into stone. Medusa's sisters woke up and attacked Perseus, but he flew away using his winged sandals. He had completed his quest, but it was time to return to Seriphus. He arrived at Seriphus. The first person he saw was Dictys, the fisherman who had brought his mother and him ashore many years ago. Dictys told him how Polydectus had never really married, but since Danae wouldn't marry Polydectus, he forced her to be his handmaiden. Perseus was furious. He decided he would avenge his mother's mistreatment. Perseus stormed to the palace. So saying, he raised Medusa's head, and Polydectus and his courtiers were immediately turned to stone. Perseus married later in life to Andromeda, and they lived happily for many years, and their descendants became great kings, the greatest of them all being Hercules, the strongest man in the world.
Let all my friends shield their eyes when I come around.
The end.